Hello and welcome to day 9 of our 30-day yoga journey, Intention. Today we're going to be focusing on goals, because even in yoga, right, you might have a goal of a certain posture that you want to get to. Here's the thing with that though. Sometimes our bodies are all different shapes, sizes, different bone structures and densities, and some poses are just not going to be accessible for everyone. But even if you have that goal to get to that pose, it's about all the steps you are taking towards that goal, or the actions you are taking to get to that position that are actually helping you to A, grow into the person, that next level version of yourself that you are supposed to be, but also B, it's giving you the same, trying to get into that position is giving you the same activation through the muscles as it would as if you got into that position. So, you're still doing the same thing as you work towards that goal. So in today's class, we are going to work towards the goal of a peak pose, and we are going to work towards crow. Don't get too worried, because honestly, crow is something I've been working towards for a long time. We're just going to have a wee play. It's about having fun on the journey towards the goal. So bring along a block, because we are going to use it in today's class. If you don't have a block, that's totally fine. You don't actually need it, but it is just going to help us in support of the poses. So have it alongside you, ready for your class. And let's begin. We are going to begin on our backs today. So coming down onto your back, grounding down through your feet and through your shoulders. And we're just going to begin with some gentle bridges. So as you inhale, tilt that tailbone up towards the ceiling and lift the hips up off the mat. As you exhale, we're simply going to lower those hips down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. So connecting that movement and the breath together. Just noticing the beginning of the journey, we start off really gentle, because it's about one small step at a time towards that goal. On your next lift of that bridge, we're going to hold it here, breathing into that front body. And you might walk your hands underneath the hips, clasping the fingers, and perhaps you walk your shoulders in underneath the chest to open up a little more. Exhale, lowers you down. Right, we're then going to find our block. Like I said, if you don't have one, it's okay. You don't need one, but you could use a cushion if you have one of those, or a book even if you have one of those and you want something. We're just going to bring that block in between our knees. Again, if you don't have the block, that's fine. Your knees are just like 4 hand distances apart, so not too far. But if you've got that block there, squeezing the knees into the block, we're taking it the short side, like the skinnier side of the block in between the legs, squeezing the knees in, and we're going to take our elbows and we're going to lift our chest up off the mat, bringing the elbows and the knees to touch. Exhale, release the head down to the mat, sending the knees over the hips. Inhale, knees come in, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And this time we're going to pause and hold here, breathing here. Then extending the arms long, bringing them down towards the feet, pressing the knees together. Relax everything down to the mat. We're now going to take our block and we're going to turn it so it's a little bit wider. So the second width of the block is coming between the knees. And again, if you don't have a block, just take your knees slightly wider. Your toes can be touching. Breathing here. Bending at the elbows again, your hands are coming towards your ears. As you inhale, lift up
pressing the knees and the elbows together.
Lower down. Inhale, lift. Elbows and knees come to meet. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift.
Pause, breathe here. Hold it for a little longer, pressing the knees into that block.
Then lowering everything down. The next time we're going to take that block to its widest, what is the word? I've lost the word, but take it to its widest part anyway. Bringing it between the knees, lifting those feet off the mat, elbows bend so that we can
inhale, lift, elbows towards knees. Breathing here.
Lower it down.
Inhale, lift, pause and breathe.
Lower it down.
Lift, pause, breathe, hold. Activate through that core, pressing the knees and the elbows together, then lowering down.
Good. Releasing the block and just coming to rest. Bring those knees into the chest and taking the hands behind the backs of the knees, and we're just going to rock ourselves up and down the back. Just taking a few rocks and then coming up to seated. Great. We're going to roll over onto our hands and knees here. I say as I tie up my hair because it's come out. So coming onto your hands and knees in your tabletop shape. We're now going to bring that right knee into the chest. Exhale, extend it long. This time as you inhale, round through the spine, bring that right knee into the upper right arm. Pressing the arm and the knee towards one another. Extend it long. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the center. Take it long. Exhale, knee comes into that upper right arm. So you might even open your knee out to that right side a little. Pressing the elbow and the knee together. Extend it long. Curl through the spine as you bring the knee towards the nose. Take the leg long. Exhale, knee out to the side as you bring that right knee into the right upper arm. Extend it long. Release the right leg back down to the mat. Tuck the left toes, send the left leg back, lift it up. As you exhale, knee in towards the chest. Extend it long. Left knee opens to the left side, left knee meets left upper arm. Extend it long. Knee towards nose. Taking the leg long. And then knee to upper left arm. Extending it long. Left knee, left nose, into the nose, sorry. Extend it long. Left knee, left upper arm. Pause and hold. Extend it long. Lower the knee down to the mat. Tuck your toes. Walk your hands forward, and we're going to lift up into your down dog shape. Breathing here in your down dog, pedaling out the legs. Then when you're ready, bending your knees a little so you can find length through the spine. And from this space, begin to straighten the legs any amount. From here, we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Coming into your forward fold. So we're going to turn our rings the other way up so that the tops of your rings are not pressing into the earth. And we're going to walk our feet onto our hands up to the wrists, and then pressing your toes into your wrists, bending through the knees any amount as you forward fold here. Letting go. Then releasing the hands from under the feet, walking the hands forward, coming back into your down dog shape before bending the knees, looking towards your hands and stepping forward. Inhale, lifts you up halfway. Exhale, fold over the legs. Ground down into the feet, sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Beautiful. Ground down into your feet. As you inhale, sweep those arms. As you exhale, fold forward. Find length in your half lift. Then plant your hands and step your right foot back. Lower that right foot parallel to the short side of the mat, and we're going to sweep our arms up, coming into your warrior two shape. So that front knee is over that front ankle as we look towards our left arm. On your exhale, we're going to lean forward, taking that left elbow to the left knee, reaching the right arm overhead for side angle. Breathing here. Then circle that right hand down to the mat, coming up onto the toes of that back foot, opening up to the left side of the room in a twist. Lower that left hand down and step the right foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands come to the mat, step that left foot back. Again, left foot lowers parallel to the short side of the mat, and then sweeping your arms up to come into your warrior two on this side. Relaxing through the shoulders as you breathe here. Right elbow comes to the right knee as you sweep that left arm overhead. Breathing in your side angle. Then circling that left hand down to the mat as you come up onto the toes of the left foot. Open up to the right side. Breathing, tuning inwards. Lower the hand to the earth, step that left foot forward, lift up halfway, exhale, fold. Ground down into the feet, sweep those arms up overhead, exhale, hands to heart center. Release your hands. This time as you come forward, we're going to bend the knees, sweep the fingertips on the floor and lift up for chair pose. Breathing here. Bringing the palms to touch in front of the heart. We're going to lean forward and take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Coming through a twist. So just check your knees. You want your knees to be in line with one another as you twist here. Inhale, lift you up through center. Exhale, palms come to touch, folding forward, taking your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Again, check your knees as you come into this twist. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Then plant your hands and step that right foot back. Right foot lowers parallel to the short side of the mat as you sweep your arms up into your warrior two shape. Left elbow to left knee for your side angle. This time you have the option to take it a little deeper by taking that left hand to the floor beside the left foot. Breathing here. If you'd like your block, your book, your pillow under your hand, you can take it there too. Then circle your right hand down, coming up onto the toes of that back foot. Open up to the left side. Exhale, lowers the left hand, step the right foot forward, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot back this time. Lower it parallel to the short side of your mat, sweeping your arms up to that warrior two. Right elbow, right knee, side angle. This time again, you have that option to go deeper by taking your hand to the floor in front of the foot. Circle your left hand to the mat, coming up onto the toes of your back foot as you open up to the right side. Exhale, lower the right hand, step that left foot forward, lift up halfway, exhale, fold forward. From here, we're going to walk our feet as wide as your mat. Bending into the knees, sinking the hips down, coming in to your malasana, your squat. And we're going to take our palms to touch in front of the heart, pressing those elbows into the knees, and then press the knees into the elbows. So you're pressing against one another. Long through the spine as you breathe here. Then plant your hands, lift your hips, and step your feet back into your down dog shape. Lower the knees to the mat, send your knees wide, your big toes to touch, sinking down into your child's pose, and just take a moment to pause and rest. Then walking your hands back towards you, coming up through seated, and we're going to bring the knees together. We're now going to come into our crow practice. So if you have your block, you can bring your block along. I'm going to show you how to do it with the block and also how to practice without the block. So we'll start with the block. If you have it, we're just going to place it down onto your mat. We're going to come up and we're going to walk our feet onto that block. From here, we're going to lower our hands down to the mat, just in front of the block. And I recommend that you turn your fingers facing just a little to either side of the mat and your thumbs pressing towards the top of the mat. Once here, ground down through all your fingers and through the hands, okay? We're going to lift the hips up and we're going to take our knees in towards our underarms. We're going to begin to fold forward over those hands any amount, bending at the elbows, then lifting one foot off the block and then perhaps lowering it down, then lifting the other foot off the block, lowering it down, and then coming back. So we're just going to play with this a little bit. Find what feels good for you. Play with adjustments of the hands. See what works. And if you're worried about falling forward, perhaps pop a pillow in front of you, because sometimes it's the idea of falling is worse than the actual falling. So if we can do everything we can to prevent ourselves from that, then we should. So next time you're going to come up, you're going to bring those knees in towards the underarms and you're going to rock forward, coming onto those arms, and look forward further in front of your mat as you lift the feet up. And you might just lift up for a second and come back down, and then you might have another play and do it again. It's about finding what works for you. If you don't have a block today, you could come back to that malasana squat shape. From here, you can walk your hands forward any amount, grounding down into the hands and pressing those knees in towards the arms. We're going to lift up, rocking forward, and then lifting the feet off the mat one at a time, having a wee play, sinking back. Then perhaps next time, pressing those feet into the arm, or the knees into the arms as you rock forward, perhaps lifting one leg and then the other. Pausing, breathing, looking forward, and then rocking back. So this will look different for everyone. It's about playing and having fun and finding what works for you. So have a play, sit with it, experiment. You can play with walking your feet forward or together, bringing your arms down, knees up into those shoulders, and then rocking forward. Once you've had your play and you're ready, we're all going to walk our feet as wide as the mat, sinking our hips down, coming back into that malasana. Open through the front body, long through the spine. And then bringing the hands behind you and sinking back to seated. Bringing the feet to touch the knees wide, taking a butterfly. Perhaps gently rocking the knees up and down. And then bringing the hands to the toes and folding forward with a long spine over the legs. Inhale, lift up, bringing those knees together. And we're going to walk our hips to the center of the mat so we can lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming to rest on your back. Once you've found your way onto your back, we're going to bring those knees in towards the chest. And taking your hands, your left hand to the top of your left knee, your right hand to the top of your right knee, and we're just going to take some circles with those knees. In one direction. And then the opposite direction. And then feet up towards the ceiling, taking the hands to the outside of the feet as you come through your happy baby. And then releasing your hands from your feet, bringing the feet to the mat, extending your legs long, allowing the feet to drop open, arms come down beside you, and letting go and resting in your Shavasana today. Beginning to lengthen your inhales and your exhales. Take some gentle movements through your fingers and your toes. Allow it to become bigger through the wrists and your ankles. Then walking the feet together so you can take a full body stretch, becoming as tall as you can be, before bending your knees and rolling onto your right side. Pausing on your side for a moment of gratitude for your body, for all that it does for you. And then when you're ready, making your way up to seated. Today's quote comes from Tony Robbins. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. So set big goals, even if they feel really unachievable. Have that goal in mind, because it's the small steps that you're taking to get towards that goal that are really where the magic happens. So set big goals, go forth, make 2026 amazing, because I know you can. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Taking an inhale together and an exhale. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button, hit subscribe to follow along with the rest of the journey, and hit the notification bell to see when videos drop. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow for day 10 of our 30-day yoga journey, Intention. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you then. Bye for now.